Hey guys, and welcome back to another City Skylines Vanilla Let's Play episode. I'm back from vacation, finally. I've had a nice week away, and I am back ready to get some videos done for you guys. So last episode in our Vanilla City Skylines Let's Play, we kicked off with starting our airport design. And you guys really liked it, and just on a little side note from this, you guys have been really smashing the comments and the likes really on the videos. And I just have to say, thank you so much for that. It really does mean a lot that you guys are enjoying the content. And we also had another tutorial go out as well for how to start your city in 2019 using some of the new DLCs. And we based it off the start of the city that we had over in Frenwood, just over here, using this method of kind of two bridges linking different parts of town and then linking onto a highway interchange over here. Or a highway entrance and exit rather, and then having the interchange over here as well. And you guys really enjoyed that. The video's doing really well, so thanks very much for all the support on that again. But you know, before we spend too much time praising you guys, let's talk about what we're going to do today. So I mentioned last episode that over on stream we built this new part of town, and I've decided that I'm not particularly happy with it. So we're going to actually rebuild all of this today. I'm trying to make it look nice. So this is going to be a long episode. So if you guys want to, grab your snacks, whatever your vice is, go ahead and grab something to chill out with, because this one is going to be a long one. We're going to kind of redesign this entire district, make it look fancy, get some of the tier 3 high density residential stuff. These buildings all along here alongside the canal are all leveled up. I think they're tier 5 actually, not tier 3. Have some nice bike paths flowing through. Yeah, this area's going to look pretty nice. So we need to actually start off by kicking off and actually deciding where we're going to do. So I think we're going to have a bit of a road. Let's just delete these two gardens here. And then we'll delete the paths and some of the trees. The trees will go naturally as we start to build. Okay. There's a park path there as well. Also, I haven't had any comments yet regarding this horrible issue that is plaguing the city. If anybody knows why, maybe it's a problem with that. Maybe that intersection is causing the backup. So if we delete that, maybe the trains will continue to move. We'll try that. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we need to actually unzone this area. Yeah, so if anyone does know why that issue is happening, as to why we're getting so many trains backing up here, then a comment is always appreciated. Okay, so the park district does flow up here, so we're going to delete that, and then again we're just going to go ahead and knock all of these out. I probably should have done this off camera, but it's a nice time to catch up with you guys. So I'll talk a little bit about my vacation. Me and my girlfriend visited Santorini, one of the Greek islands. Absolutely beautiful place. Really, really nice. Quite expensive. A lot more expensive than I thought it would be, which was a little bit of a shock to the bank account. But, it was worth it for those lifetime memories and whatnot. But if anyone's ever thought of visiting Santorini or any of the Greek islands, it was absolutely amazing. It's actually a volcanic island, which I know a good friend of mine through YouTube, Frustrated Canadian, will appreciate as a geologist amongst us. Let's delete these little rocks here as well. Yeah, really good vacation, really enjoyed it. But I'm glad to be back now. I'm glad to be back with YouTube as well. Okay, so this clears out a nice little area that we've got to work with here. I did not want to do that. Let's bring that road back in. There we go. Okay, so far the trains are actually flowing, which is useful. Let's turn that guy off empty. Let's just make sure that they're not backing up down here or further down the lines elsewhere. Seems to be flowing okay. Okay, so now we need to build this guy some road access. So this area is going to be fairly kind of upmarket, quite a nice area of town to live in. And I'm going to bring that up there, just like that. I think that's okay. In terms of these junctions here, let's just pause it here with this train. Okay, so what I'm looking for there is if this train can fit from like this point on the track to here, without covering another junction, then it's okay. It's long enough. If it does block it, then we have a bit of an issue. But it does seem to be working, and our cargo trains are now coming down this route. So I have to make sure that they don't block it. We'll keep our eye on that. Okay, so let's have a bit of a road coming straight out of the train station here. And then we're going to pop in a small roundabout. And we'll try and get this as straight as possible. And then we're going to upgrade these into our nice big 4-lane roads. Okay, let's delete that and those for now as well. We are going to have to rework this connection over here slightly. Okay, and we'll delete this as well. We'll leave those connections in so we can plan as to how they're going to join up. But for right now, I want to actually plop in some plazas. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some city paths now. So we're going to make this a really nice kind of commercial front right outside of the train station. I think we really want to give people a reason to visit this part of town. So if we'll leave ourselves some room there to get some trees in, we should be able to get a path down here. Yeah, there we go. Let's actually bring that up from here. There should be a little golden spot for it. There we go. Boom. And I'll bring this guy around here. And I'll actually match this one up from here. There we go. Okay, so we've got two nice looking plazas now. Let's go ahead and fill in some of these small little colourful trees here. We'll make this look good. Also as well, for any of you guys that are interested in the Total War games, there will be a new series starting on the channel, maybe over the weekend. I'll see what we're like for time, because there's going to be a big Destiny 2 stream tomorrow night, probably tonight, by the time you guys actually end up watching this video. But there's a new DLC just been released for it, called Hunter and the Beast, and I'm really keen on doing some stuff with that. So if you guys are interested in Total War, we're going to be running some campaigns. I'm thinking of just doing it on stream and then uploading the whole live stream to YouTube rather than doing it as kind of an episodic feature like we do with the City Skylines episodes. So again, if that's something that you guys would fancy, then you can stop on by. Okay, let's turn our snapping back on now for this bit of road. I'm going to bring it out to about there. That seems sensible. And then we'll have that just there. And then I want some little... let's go for... We're going to keep this area looking really nice. Yeah, okay, that's what I wanted. So let's go ahead and grab some high density residential now, and then we're going to fill all that in with it. So make sure we're not, yeah, they're not too close to the noise pollution. That should be okay. And then I don't really like the look of the high density residential buildings. So I'm probably not going to do that. How long was that? That was 780. And that was brought in at 360. Okay. Come down by 780. There we go. And then, so we're just going to have some low density commercial around here. We'll see how they look. And we're going to go ahead and grab our paths here too. Maybe we can have them come off at a little angle like that. That looks quite nice. Okay. So adding some facilities around here. We're going to add in a police station right along the front, and then we'll also add in a fire station on the opposite side as well. So you can just see now we're creating a little bit of a town centre in this part of town, which is serviced by a train station, which will be really helpful. And we also had a suggestion as well from Bill and Ted again. Thank you very much for all your comments on the videos, dude. Your ideas are very much appreciated. And we do want to have a tram network running through this part of town as well. So we need to factor that in at some point. So maybe actually let's have that running past the residential districts. And then we'll switch over to excuse me, my phone is on loud. For preparation, turn it on silent, there we go. We'll have the tram track cutting straight across here. And then we'll go back to the road. And then we'll actually have a bit of a tram interchange here. Let's go ahead and grab a little one-way circuit. There we go. That should do. These guys have no water. There we go. Okay. So we'll need to link these up with some kind of tram network here. Maybe we can have this. See, the nearest tram line to here is all the way over here. So it's not really viable to have another tram line travelling that distance. So what we're going to do is we're just going to draw this out, and then we're going to place in another tram stop. See there, the noise pollution is going to be too much for the residentials in that part of town. Let's rework this road because that's really wonky. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out where the best place to put this would be. I think along here should be okay somewhere, but we need to maneuver. Let's just pause the game here real quick and delete this rail line whilst we place this down. There we go, and then I'm just going to go ahead and fix that up. We'll just make this a temporary fix for right now. There we go. Well, that looks horrible, but we'll sort that out on stream rather than messing about with your little finicky bits right now. So let's go ahead and add in a tram road here. Now I wonder if I can actually drag out a little separate line here. So I'm thinking a little bit of a park here maybe. Let's have a look at this and see what we can figure out. So right up to this point, and then straight across. And then we can have a little bit of a park where the tram will flow through here. And we also need to upgrade that again to the tree roads. See, right now these buildings look like crap, just because they're level 1, but as time passes on, they will turn into the nicer versions of the high residential, which are what these ones are over here, the level 5 ones. So it will take a little bit of time to look the part, but it will eventually be quite a nice part of town, I imagine. Okay, so now let's carry on with building this road network. We're going to keep with the nice fancy roads, and then we're going to come out to here. That is actually perfect for what we need it to be. I'm actually going to have these as the little grass kind of middle. Okay, then at the forefront of this, just delete these trees here, because we're going to have this as a bit of a pedestrian center. We're going to place down that unique building again. Just remind me where it was. So we have the academic library, but we also have the Ziggurat Garden to place down here as well. But I don't think I want that there. We could actually place this by here, couldn't we? Or in the middle there, that would work. Noise pollution's a little bit close to these houses. So we do have the mall somewhere, if I can find it. There it is. Okay, let's place that right in the middle there. And then we're going to go ahead and link this guy up with some pathways. That looks horrible. We shall not be doing that. Boom. And then boom. And we're going to have some bigger trees in this park area, with some larger boulders as well. And then we'll decorate it just a little touch with some smaller bushes around here. Okay, so let's plan out where our tram lines are going to need to go. So starting from here, we're going to have a tram stop. We'll have one in the park. And then this guy's going to come up. He's going to stop here, right in the middle of the roundabout. And then he's going to stop here. And then he does need another little turnaround point here. Let's pop our snapping back on. Okay, and then we'll re-drag that stop there as well. So that'll just continue to take people around. Now I don't know if we want any buses in this sector as well. That might be a little bit overkill with the public transport. Just double check that our train lines are surviving. They are a little bit busy now that underground connection has been killed, but it has fixed the issue. So it's obviously this little train connection there that was killing it. Interesting. Okay, I do want to place a little park here as well. Maybe we could have some a bit of a basketball court there, maybe, and perhaps a bouncy castle park. And can we get a dog park in? Well, not quite. We can have one in over here. Okay, so that actually links up quite nicely. So what I'm going to do now, we just place some vanilla assets. So I'm not going to turn this into a park life park. This place is just going to be kind of a self-made, man-made park. And that kind of serves just as a little bit of a green spot within all the density of the city. So you'll see just as we flesh this out, and then we're going to see people coming through this area. We're going to see trams coming through. It's going to look really sweet. We're going to have people visiting these, and all these little parks are going to serve to upgrade our residences here as well. So there's no one using them yet, but that's totally fine because this area is still developing. So now I'm thinking we're going to have 2 thick blocks of commercial right along here, but not on this road. So we'll have them up to there. And we're going to pop 3 speed on here now and see how it develops. Now I do want this area to be connected to this part of the city, which will eventually be the airport, and the international airport will reside along here. I'm not sure whether we want to keep this roundabout or not yet, but we do need to factor in a highway interchange somewhere along here, so that people in the airport have direct access to the highway, because that is a really important factor. Let's have a look. We do have some plazas that we can place along here. Let's pop that one down, and then we have the plaza with the dad as well. Maybe we can finally use these. We've had them in our unlocks for quite a long time. We'll have some trees up along here as well. Okay, so it looks like we can get a little bit of a path through here without destroying any of the buildings, which is super handy. We'll have that one come down there, and then in this little slot again we'll have a little bit more commercial. So you can see the way I'm doing this is we're almost using the zoning as decoration. Is kind of how I'm treating this. And these little kind of unzonable spaces here where you wouldn't really have any buildings can just be little spaces of green filled with trees. Okay, so I definitely want some more residential in this area. So we're going to go ahead and fill that in. See, how does that interchange look? I don't really want it straight on the corner. We might actually use this as a one-way road. Let's delete this little bit of park we've got going on here. If we had this as a one-way road, it would be good for people to get out of the city, I assume. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try it as a one-way. And then we'll send them out that way. So if people do want to get into this part of town, then they do have to follow the main roads that can handle the higher volume of traffic. For some reason the commercial has disappeared from this part of town. We'll re-add that in now. Oh yeah, because we did some minor reconstruction work trying to add in the monorail, which did not work. We're going to keep this one way, and then from here we're going to build our little residential sector. Okay, so that works quite nicely. So I just want big chunky residential blocks here, nothing kind of 3 deep. Just want the big wide ones. 2 deep I mean, sorry. An opportunity for one there. Oh yeah, we can have one here as well. Kind of some nice modern high-rise city flats here. And maybe a little. Why don't we try and make here? A little private residence. It's not that back, just a touch more. So we have perfect squaring, and then we'll have that up here. And then we'll D-zone in the middle too. So we have 4 rows on each side, and you'll see what I'm going to do here in a minute. So this is something you can do, you know, if you're kind of sick of just really super blocky residential sectors, you can add these guys in just to kind of flesh out and add a touch of interest to a residential area. So you could imagine this is almost like a private gated community. We do have a lot of them here in England. I don't know about anywhere else in the world. So we're going to turn off our snapping, which it already is. And then we're just going to drag this along here. And up to there. And then down here as well. As far as we can get it. And up to there. Okay. And then the front of this is going to be some... I'll have a couple of these big trees in. And then we'll flesh it out with some smaller trees around them. So as that develops, that'll turn into a really nice residential district. This guy's complaining of not enough educated workers. Are we lacking in education? No, we are not. We have plenty of it. I don't know what you are talking about. Maybe we need a high school around here somewhere as well. Let's go for the Creative Arts Institute, which is too big. So the high school will do. And these guys are all fully upgraded. Let's add in a little pathway here. And again, just using the residential zoning as a bit of a detailing tool. Let's have a look at these lines now. Okay, so 21. They are starting to get used. It'll be interesting to see. So 311 coming through this station right now. Where is the nearest metro, I wonder? It's over here. And then this green line heads up into the transport hub. And that heads back to the train station. So it would make sense for us to have a metro station here. And I think in this roundabout will look really good. So make sure I'm not misplacing this. There would also work. Or even next to. Delete that old train line. Yeah, I think I want it on the roundabout here. So we're going to put our snapping back on. And come out by a little bit, and then we're going to get a nice curve. And then we're going to drag this line over to here. And then we'll add a couple of stops back into that station. So we should see some nice paths, I think, as they come out of the metro station. They are met with wonderful greenery in this new fancy part of town. Who is complaining of no water? There's two lone houses. Do need to work on this area at some point as well. This is due to be a big residential district. Still lots of work to do there. Future episode coming up. Okay, how's this looking now? Again, these are all level 1. How are these houses doing? So this guy's leveled up. He is actually currently just upgraded. Looking slightly better. So I want something to sit in this space here. See if we have any more unique buildings that we can plop in this area. We do have the Grand Mall, which was quite out of place. That's too big for this area, really. The Academic Library is something I want to use as well. How about if we just add that in so we have like a real impressive row of buildings right along here? What else can we try and get in? The aquarium, perhaps? Or the Ziggurat Garden? Let's have a look at that. Does that look ridiculous? Yeah, I think it does. That isn't the place for that. Let's have a look. What else? Do you have a stadium? Cathedral of Plentitude. That thing is enormous. How about a stadium? No, not feeling that either. About something from the modder packs here, maybe. Research Center. The thing, we need to use some of these buildings in our downtown district. So let's actually place some of these in now, whilst we remember. I don't know if there's any room for them in our downtown area anymore because it is just so high dense now. How about over here? That would destroy a lot of buildings, which I don't really want to do. Okay. Just another college report. Okay, let's try the Grand Mall over here. That looks a little better. I think it looks kind of strange right now, purely because it has nothing behind it. There's no backdrop to it. So let's fix that now. Let's go ahead with our nice fancy roads again. I'm going to turn snapping on for this. Now I do want a road that runs almost parallel with this. With this main artery road that flows through this side of town. Maybe we can link that up there as well. Okay. How about can we get the playground in here? We can get the small one in. Let's plot that in there. And oh, the carousel part fits perfectly. The Japanese garden would also work in this area. Let's add that in there. Sky's abandoned, no problem. Metro's getting 51 a week. Let's just take a little look here at what we've done. Yeah, so we've got a nice kind of town centre feeling vibe operating here right now. Speed things up. Got the trams coming through. I'm thinking actually, let's have a look how much usage this tram line is getting. So it's really not enough for what we need to do. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do, can we connect it up through there? The nearest tram line will be over here. And we would have a way of running it. I'm just trying to figure this out as to what the best path to run this tram line would be. Probably along here. Let's try all that. Let's see how that works. Let's go ahead and grab the tram track. I will need to get it as close to the road as I can. So we're going to demolish all of this. Need to see if I can get this through here. We will add in the kind of the sky walkways again. Okay, so we can't get that through. Okay, how about this instead? Let's come up. Yeah, okay, so we can go over. Yeah, okay, this is looking promising. If I do forget to add back in the sky walkways, you guys have to let me know. Okay, so I think this will look really cool. If we have like a raised tramway that runs from one end of the city to the other. We can delete these houses here, they will rebuild themselves. Okay, then I want to connect it up around here. Okay. And now let's upgrade this into a tram line, and then this will feed into this part. Okay. I think this will look really cool when it's done. Let's go back to our tram lines here. And we're gonna feed this all the way through here. Now, can we find a golden spot here for our tram lines? I'm surprised that won't fit. Yeah, there isn't a golden spot there. So, other way is possible Tram Tunnel. Well, yeah, no, that isn't possible either. Unless we have it through here. No, because even underground we have so many tunnels going underground here that trying to build around them is just not going to be viable. Okay, we will figure this out. We will get this to hook up. Let's try this. Okay, so we can go under. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm going for here. Okay, so we do have a tram tunnel that has somehow somehow worked out. So let's connect this up. We do have a bit of a mini tram interchange here, so we're going to go ahead and start in by drawing a new line. Actually, no, we're not going to delete that one. So because we are on right-hand drive here, the tram stop on this side of the road is going to have to start from here. It's going to have to come oh, what am I doing? I'm making a bus line, you idiot. You can tell we're getting to the time where we need to stop the episode, can't you guys? Okay, let's create a new line here. And then we're following this all the way. Like, it'd be really cool if you could create raised stations. That'd be so awesome. Okay, so we'll stop here in this residential district. And then it can stop. Now, where do we want this to stop actually? Because if we have all those trams flowing through this part, then this ring is going to get really busy. Or maybe that is the point that we need to make. Okay, let me run into my tram overview here. Okay. Public transport. Delete this line. And we're going to go ahead and make a continual city-wide line. Okay. Now we'll start from here. So this guy's going to stop here. He's going to stop in the middle of the roundabout. And he's going to stop in the park. Outside the high school. No, not there. And then he's going to head through town. He's going to stop here. And then he's going to head all the way along this part of town. Okay, so we can make a little loop there. That's all fine. One in here. One here. And then he's just going to mirror himself all the way back. And then I do just need to upgrade these. And then that completes the line. I think. Yes, it does. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That works now. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they work. This part of town looks really sweet with the tram lines going through here, so it's really cute. Now I'm pretty sure we can't add in any more residential around here because of the baseball stadium is so loud that anyone that lives here instantly gets sick, which is a shame. But we really want to see some of these bus lines right now. So I want to change the colour. We're going to have nice bright yellow trams here. Let's see if we can spot some. Okay, so I want to follow these guys as they head through the city. I want to see if I can catch a ride. Seems did he not stop there? Maybe he was full. There are 14 trams on this line, which is pretty crazy. We need to do something with this area. It's kind of barren around here. I'm not sure what I want to do with it. Any suggestions of what you guys think we should see here? Let me know in the comments. Okay, this guy's coming across now. He's going to stop here. And a few people get off. Oh yeah, that looks so cool. Having it passing by the football stadium and the raised tramway like this. Yeah, this was a great idea. Oh yeah, travelling by the main road. Past the transport hub down there. Yeah, through the Central Park area. Oh, this looks so cool. I'm happy with this. Through all the green housing. So wicked. Oh, one of them's on fire. Ignore that, that isn't wicked obviously. We don't want our town to burn down. And then he cuts under the train station. And then there's another tram coming back down that side as well. And then this guy is just waiting his turn to pull out onto the tram stops. And then there's people jumping off there as well. Superb. I am happy with that, guys. I am very happy with that. That has worked out wonderfully. And with that, guys, we are going to have to call the episode there because this has been going on for way too long. I have got some editing to do and we're going to get this out and uploaded for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. As I mentioned, tomorrow, which will probably be today for you guys, there's going to be a big marathon stream of Destiny 2 on the Mixer channel. Links are in the description. It's double infamy week, so we're going to be doing some Gambit with the boys. So feel free to come and hop over and Mixer and check that out. Keep your eye out for the Total War series. I'm going to try and get that done this weekend. No promises, but hopefully I do have the time to get the live stream done. And then the whole hour, 2 hour, 3 hour live stream, however long it ends up becoming, that will also be uploaded to YouTube in its entirety. That's not really going to be following an episodic format. It'll just be the entire live stream uploaded, so you guys can watch as much or as little of that as you like. But we made some good progress here today. This area of town is looking really sweet. Really super happy with it. And yeah, we'll leave it there, guys. As always, thanks very much for watching, and please do enjoy the rest of your day.